So question 18 says Food Mart and Jan Store sell boxes of the same type of breakfast cereal. Each shop has a special offer. Which has the best deal? So first of all, I've drawn a line down the middle to split my working. So for Food Mart, 20% off the normal price of £5. So if the price is £5, well, 20% is the same as the fraction 1/5. So what's a fifth of £5? A fifth of £5 is £1 off. So this is going to cost, let's do it in pence, 400p for 400 grams. Now let's do the same for the other side for Jan Store. They're going to get 30% extra for £5. So first of all, what's 10% of 400? Well, 400 divided by 10 is 40. But we don't want that, we want 30%. So 30% times this by 3, 3 times 40 is 120. So the amount that we're going to get in total is going to be 520 grams. But that's going to cost us 500p for 520 grams. So let's look at the cost. Let's work how much 1 gram costs for each of them. So for this one, to get 1 gram, I'd be dividing that one by 400. So I'd then need to divide this one by 400. So that would be 1 penny for 1 gram. What about this one? Well, to get 1 gram, I'd have to divide that one by 520. So I'd get 1 gram. That's going to cost 500. I'd have to divide this by 520. And can you see that this is a fraction? 500 is less than 120. So this is less than 1p. So this one is cheaper. We don't even have to work out the exact value. We know that this is less than a penny per gram. That's a penny per gram. So the best offer is at Jan's Store. Now question 19 says rotate shape A 180 degrees about 10. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've slid a piece of tracing paper on top of that there, and I'm going to trace out my shape on the piece of tracing paper. Now the next thing I've got to do then, I'm going to rotate it about 10. So that's 1 to the right and 0 up. So that's the place that I'm going to rotate it about. So now I'm going to put my pen into the paper there, and I'm going to spin this round to the right 180 degrees, and that's going to take us down there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press into the paper. I can see where I've got to go there and there and there and there. Then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw the shape in. And that's that one done. Question 20 is to do with powers. So on the top, we've got 3 to the power of 7 times 3 to the power of minus 2. So we add the powers. So that would be 3 to the power of 5 on the top, divided by 3 to the power of 3. So when we work that out, 3 to the power of 3, 5 divided by 3 to the power of 3 is 3 to the power of 2, because we take the powers away. But then it says work out the value of, so 3 squared, our answer is 9. Question 21 is algebra substitution. Work out the value of v. So v squared is going to equal, we've got u squared plus 2as. U is 12, so it's 12 squared. Then we've got plus 2 times a is minus 3 times s is 18. That's our first line of working. Then we're going to use BIDMAS here. So v squared equals, I need to work out this term here first using BIDMAS. So 2 times minus 3 is minus 6, and I'm going to times 18 by 6, and then I'm going to make the answer a minus. So 18 times 6 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4 is 10. So this is minus 108. So I've got 12 squared, which I'll do first, 144. And then this comes to minus 108. So v squared equals 144 minus 108. That comes to 36. So v is going to be the square root of 36. So v is going to be 6. Now you could also have minus 6. Because if you remember, 6 times 6 makes 36, but also minus 6 times minus 6 makes 36. And the last one on this page, make S the subject of v squared equals u squared plus 2as. So v squared equals u squared plus 2as. So what we have to do is we have to get the term with s on its own to start. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take u squared off both sides. So I'm using the balancing method. Take u squared off that and that. So on the left hand side, I've got v squared minus u squared equals u squared minus u squared leaves nothing. And on the right hand side, we've got 2as. But what we've got between the 2a and the s, there's really a times sign here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide both sides by 2a. So on the left hand side, I get v squared minus u squared, all divided by 2a, and that equals s. So my answer, to write it in the space, s equals v squared minus u squared all over 2a. And question 22 is a 5-mark question. There's quite a bit of work to do in this type of question. So just work your way through the question and you'll start to pick up marks. So I'm going to draw a quick sketch to show you what we've got to start. So it says a bonus of £2,100. It's shared between 10 people. Now it says 40% of the bonus goes to the managers. So these are the managers here, and the rest, the 60%, is going to go to the salesmen. So first of all, let's work out what 40% of 2,100 is. This is the manager's bit. So to get 40%, if we start off first, let's get 10%. So 10% of 2,100 is going to be 210. So if we times that by 4, we've got our 40%. So we've got 4, we've got 8, so we've got £840. So the managers are going to share £840. So there's 3 managers, so if we divide that by 3, 840 divided by 3, each of the managers gets £280. Now, the salesmen, they get, each of these shares, 10% was 210, so they get 210 times 6 to get 60%. So between them, they've got £1,260. But there are 7 of them, so we have to divide their money by 7. So 1,260 divided by 7. So each of the salesmen is going to get £180. So that's our key figure there, £180. Now the salesman said, if we all shared, the 10 of us shared this bonus equally, well, if we shared the bonus equally, 2,100 divided by 10, each of them would get £210. So these are the two figures we've got to compare, the 210 and the £180. Now the salesman said he would get 25% more money. So 25% is a quarter. So what does he get? He gets 180. So let's work out what a quarter of 180 is. So let's do that. We'll do another bus stop division. 4 into 180. So that would mean a quarter again would be £45. So that would mean we'd have to add our £45 onto our 180. So if we added £45 plus £180, that would make £225. Now that is bigger than the £210 they would get if they shared it between all 10 of them. So is the salesman right? No, he's wrong. He is wrong. Would need to get $225, not 210, to have 25% more.